Hey there! In this class we're going to learn how to set up a database through our cPanel. Before we do anything, I want to let you know that there will be some parts that are blurred out just because it is my personal control panel. And there are some things you probably don't need to see. Probably won't affect anything, but nonetheless, security, things like that. So first thing you want to do is you want to find your control panel. I've mentioned earlier that I actually have a lot of hosting with HostGator, so we're going to use HostGator as our example here. So find your control panel. You probably have an email with a link to your control panel once you have signed up with HostGator or pretty much any web service provider. And then just type in your username. And, as always, your password. So this is what the control panel looks like. There's a lot of different stuff in here. There's some ads. We can control mail preferences. We've got special offers, logs, files, domains, databases, etc. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to Databases, click MySQL Databases. We can create a new database here. It has a prefix of my username, and we're just going to write the database name. So it's going to be a prefix with, in this case, an underscore, and then the database name. So we're going to go ahead and create that database. It says that we added the database. Now we're going to go back. And before we can do anything, we need to create a user for it. So we scroll down even more, and we need to create a user. So in this case, my username is the prefix of the actual username. So we can use, now let's make it simple. Let's call it username. Our password, in this case, we're just going to call it password. My recommendation, use the password generator. Save this password in a very secure place, because if you lose it, you can't get it back. So I just type the password in there, create user. Oh, turns out that the password strength must be at least 5, and the username cannot be longer than 7 characters. So let's go USR name. We'll just take out the E in user. Password will go password 123. And then we'll go password 123. We'll just keep it easy so that we can use these when we connect to a database later. In the event that I actually use these credentials for logging into a database, you know exactly what I'm doing now. I'm going to create that user. It says added username with password 123. So now we have that. We've got a list of our database names in here. We've got a place where we can create MySQL users. And we've got 2 different usernames down here. We've got one that I actually use, and then we've got username. So what we want to do is we want to add the username to our new database. So we select username, and then database, we want to go and find the database that we want to select. So by doing this, what we're saying is the new user that we created is going to be added to this database, meaning that this user can log into this database and access it. When we click that add button there, it gives us a chance to select certain privileges. We can alter, create a routine, create view, drop, index, etc., etc., etc. Right now, and I don't suggest this while creating an official website, only select the ones that you are going to use. But right now, click all privileges. This way we're not going to have any problems when it comes to like creating a table or something like that. Click make changes, and then it'll say officially your username was added to the database and your database name. So this is how we create a database, and this is how we add a user to the database.